Well, have clothing you're no longer wearing? Consider this to be an incentive. Diabetes Canada is holding a Declutter event Saturday on Hamilton Mountain. Lifestyle expert Tamara Robbins Griffith has some tips on how to get ready. Okay, so I see you've got boxes ready.
I've got
this
boxes.
doesn't mean that you have to have your donations in boxes.
You can have them in boxes, you can have them in garbage bags. Boxes or bags, as long as they're labeled. And I'll tell you exactly how to go through that process when you just drive up and drop it off. But I definitely think fall is like, any seasonal transition is a great time to declutter. I feel always like fall's a new beginning, fresh reset. And, you know, they'll accept adult clothes, kids' clothes, small household items, shoes. So really, like, take the opportunity, as much energy as you can muster up to go through that. You know, let's go through it, because as a designer, a lot of my clients come saying, we need more storage, we need more storage.
No, it's actually you need less stuff.
Yeah, it's a combination, right? But what I recommend to them is, like, do that purge, go through it, whether it's clothes or your other stuff, because then we can really assess what you need.
Okay.
So to get into the frame of mind, I like to ask a few questions, and it kind of applies to household stuff, but also clothes. So does it fit? And that could be size-wise or style-wise. Am I still into this? You know?
Yeah. Or am I holding it, hope that I get to a certain size to do that, right?
Which I don't think helps any of us
No.
how we feel about ourselves. So does it fit is one thing. Then how are those drawers feeling? Because we tend to get in a phase where it's like accumulate without that purge. You know, the one in, one out rule works well a lot of the time, and we forget to do it. So if your drawer, you can't close those drawers anymore, that's a sign.
You need to take things out.
It's the time. And then also about, like, what suits your life right now? What phase are you in? Like, I know for me post-COVID, you know, I used to wear these shoes to work.
Yes.
You know, and maybe not so much the super high heels anymore. Or maybe you used to go out clubbing a lot, and you're home with your kids, you're like, I still love dancing, but how many of these sparkly shirts do I still need?
Yes.
So, you know, your lifestyle and where you're at, that's a factor too.
And what about getting kids involved with this?
So I like to definitely have boxes ready that are labeled to speed up the sorting process. You know, donate, keep, and then sell if there's things that are of higher value or special. But my kids are 8 and almost 12. So they're definitely at an age where they're more particular about their clothes and what they want to wear and what they don't want to wear. So I think it can be empowering for them the same way it is for us to really go through and be like, not just what doesn't fit you anymore, which happens with kids, but what do you like and what do you really not like? And then when they pare things down and don't have quite as much to choose from, they can get dressed faster in the morning.
Not as much
easier
choices
for them. So I'm also happy to incentivize them a little bit. Like, if we can really put a dent in this and then assess the holes, maybe I'll buy you a few new things.
Okay. And what about, I don't know if your children are like, would the 8-year-old wear things from the 12-year-old in a couple of years? Like, what do you do with that? Do you keep that?
I have a girl and a boy, so it's a little bit different, but I do have bins that I save. You know, I get really nice hand-me-downs for my niece and nephew. So I do have bins that I save in, like, an organized labeled bin system down in the basement, and then they come up, and then it's kind of like, maybe it's easier for a kid to go through them when it's the season that they might be wearing it.
Right.
So you might be taking those hand-me-downs from the cousin, but still go through it with your kids so they can choose. I'm never going to wear this, so why would it sit in my drawer?
Okay.
You know?
And this is a good time to go through the stuff that you've had this summer, and maybe it's like, I never wore that this summer. I don't remember ever wearing that.
Like, I just don't think I'm an off-the-shoulder person anymore.
Okay.
I mean, it's cute on someone else, but I really have to be real with yourself. And, you know, other seasonal things, like, we're done baseball, so the cleats even can go in.
Okay.
Like, small, anything really that can fit in a box or a bag, you know. Take the time. It feels so good because, you know, you're helping to fund diabetes research. You're diverting like 100 million pounds of textile and household waste from landfill. and you're getting the space back in your house.
Okay, so
you know?
yeah, so just quickly then, when is it's at David Andrechuk Arena on Saturday? What time?
Yes. So it's 9 to 1.
Yeah.
And there are events happening across the country too. So whatever's closest to you, that one's here in Hamilton. And then it's this Saturday. If you can't make it, I know it's Rosh Hashanah, it's the Jewish New Year. If you can't make it, you can go to declutter.diabetes.ca. You can arrange for a pickup at your house.
Okay.
Or you can find a bin near you to drop off at.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent ideas. I'm going through my closet today.
I know. Do it. And sometimes it helps to have a buddy,
Yeah.
a friend to like give you the real deal on, does this still look good on me? Is it in style?
Yeah.
All those things.